Hey, what's up guys? It's your friend Fast Eddie, and today I figured I'd show you around my new little toy in the shop. This is the Craftsman 10-inch bandsaw from Sears. I picked this one for a few different reasons. The number one reason was because that it's a 10-inch instead of the most common 9-inch bandsaws that are out there. So hey, it doesn't sound like much, but that extra 1 inch of room, it gives you a little more play room when you're trying to shift boards around and make quick tight turns and stuff like that. So yeah, I went ahead and went with the 10-inch. Another reason I picked this one is because it comes with a fence. Now granted, it's not the greatest fence in the world, but it's a fence and it fits the saw and it was included in the price. So I wasn't going to pass up on that. That was my two main reasons. And then the third main reason was price. You got to talk about price, right? So I actually saw this one on sale and I believe it was like 150 bucks on sale. So I was like, man, that's a pretty good deal. And then I also had 25 bucks for Sears credit. So I was down to like 125 bucks. I was like, yeah, I got to get that. That's a no-brainer for 125 bucks. And then Sears online popped up this thing and said take an extra $15 off today any purchase over 50 bucks. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. So yeah, man, I got their 10-inch bandsaw for like 110 bucks, you can't beat that. But anyway, I didn't want it to take room, because this is a bench top and I didn't want it to take any more room up on my workbench. So I also saw that they had a nice little stand on sale. And it seemed to work out perfect. I think it was on sale for like 25 or 30 bucks, guys. So this was also a great deal. It's the perfect height for me to sit the bandsaw on top of, so I can kind of look down a little bit on top of the table. So that was perfect, man. The table's pretty nice. As you can see here, it's an MDF top. The bottom shelf is kind of crappy, but I mean, like I said, guys, it's like 25 or 30 bucks. You know what I mean? You can't beat it. It holds up to 500 pounds on the top shelf, so I'm just going to replace that bottom with probably like an 1/8 inch sheet of plywood or something like that. But anyway, enough about the stand. Back to the saw. So let's take a look around it here. Like I stated, it is the Craftsman 10-inch cast iron table. Very nice. The table is actually very nice. Start up here, I guess, up at the top. It's got a nice Craftsman logo. Of course, you got your tension knob up here. Easy access. Another cool easy access here are the two knobs for getting inside. You can do it one-handed and boom, pops right open. Nice, clean, everything easy to get to, easy to work on. That's what I like. Close it back up here. Once again, one-handed. Now here is the table itself, which is pretty nice. Like I said, it is cast iron. I already went ahead and cleaned mine up. It does come with, factory lube on it, so you do want to scrub that down, and then give it a nice wax, maybe with some Johnson's paste wax. It comes with your typical miter gauge, kind of crappy, not the greatest. Plastic on top, of course, just a little aluminum slider. But what I do like is the track. Finally, Craftsman got it right with this track and didn't put the little wedges in there, which make no sense to me, like they do on most of their table saws here. Stupid. Craftsman fixed this. Anyway, so yeah, here's the typical crappy miter gauge, but I didn't quite measure this yet, but it does look like you could upgrade it to some aftermarket ones if you wanted to, because it doesn't have those stupid gauges in it. I mean, there's stupid things in it, which is great. Alright, so you got your numbered ruler here down at the bottom, and now the fence. Now the fence itself is not really that good, but guys, like I said, for 120 bucks or 110 bucks, whatever it was, it gets the job done. But it's just your typical aluminum. Now, starting right here, this is what I don't like about this. This little cheap piece of wedge thing, I might be making something up for this because I don't really like it. But, I don't know. Like I said, it's just your typical cheap aluminum. You know what I mean? It's nice and flat, Put a coat of wax on this as well, on both sides. But this thing here is what gets me, man. I go through all the trouble of making this and then put some little cheap junk piece of crap like this on it. You can hear it. And then what you do is when you put it on, it glides across this little track here, which is all fine and dandy. But now when you go and you line up something and, you're 1.5 inches here, you want to tighten it down. See already how loose it is. Alright, so let's go 1.5 inches. You go to tighten it down, nothing. So then you got to crank it down, tighten it up, and try and kind of Keep guessing. Nope, not tight enough. Give it a couple more face turns. Still not tight enough. Keep turning it. Nope, still not tight enough. You know what I mean? So keep going. And just when you think you got it, alright, there. But now, if you're not 100% straight like me, I always take a tape measure and measure from here to the end of the table, obviously, to make sure I'm 100% square. So by the time you go, you know what I mean, front, middle, back, and do all your measurements, with this stupid thing, it might come out a square. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Alrighty then. Bottom, once again, you got just your one little knob, so easy one-hand operation. Opening it up there. Oops. Left a little sawdust in there for you. Close her back up. Now this one takes 70.5-inch blades, which I guess is fairly common. I'm no master at bandsaws, guys, so just bear with me here. So that was the whole front of the saw. We'll go around to the back. I want to show you a couple things on the back here that I did notice. It does have a dust port on the back and some other handles. Like I said, I'm no expert at this, guys. I'm still learning, you know, so give me a second here to screw with my tripod a little bit. And I'll show you around the back. Sorry if this is taking a little bit of time here, guys. Alright, so let's just walk around the back here real quick. And we can see once again here up at the top, we got one knob, this knob here on the side, and then our motor down here at the bottom. And our motor is 120, 60 hertz. It's got a 3rd horsepower, 3.5 amps. It's a Class B, 1720 RPM. Now, like I said before here, we do have a nice little dust port. It is kind of an odd size. It's not quite a 4-inch dust port. But I was trying some of my other socks from the DeWalt saw and stuff like that. It didn't quite fit on there, but I'll hook something up for sure. But, alright, now, the knob here, like I said, once again, that's your tension knob. I have to go through and read the manual again, guys, because I'm not quite sure what these are here. But I know that this here is for your block. You got locks here, you can raise it, lower it, but everything is really right here, handy, very easy to get to. Almost everything is one-handed operation. Now this thing obviously, of course, does raise and lower, and you can see here that the blade length, once again, is 70.5. Width, it'll take from 1/8 to 1/2 inch. Now your maximum cut depth is 4 5/8, and throat width is 9 5/8. So 4 5/8, that's pretty deep, guys, for a 10-inch bandsaw. Not too shabby. And like I said, once again, you can raise and lower it, obviously. So yeah, that's all good. But for the most part, yeah, that's it. Now everything else is steel, guys, or iron, whatever you want to say. It's heavy. It's definitely got some weight to it. For the price I paid, I can't beat it, man. I really can't. Once again, like the only thing I said was maybe about the fence, but that's okay. I'll make it work if I have to, but just get it straight, you're good to go. I've cut some 1x down, and it seemed to do great with that. Now, one only other little complaint, which I don't quite know if it is Sears or Craftsman's fault. As you can see, I got a little wedge under here because it seemed like the base here had just a little bit of unevenness to it. See if you can see it there where the black line is. See how it comes up just a little bit here. I mean, now once again, it is iron. It's all metal, but it just seemed like it had one little, I don't know, raised lip to it, kind of. You know, it was cupped almost on one side. So, you know, I just put a shim underneath of it and good to go. It don't move. It doesn't rock back and forth, anything like that. Like I said, I ran some 1x through it. I haven't put anything, you know, any 2x through it or anything like that yet, but the motor seems plenty strong. I had no problem putting that through it. And I was twisting and turning, but this blade is a little bit thick. I'll probably go down to a 1/8 inch blade for, you know, for lots of curvy stuff. But, yeah, so there it is, guys. It's a good deal. So far, it seems to be like a really good saw. Maybe I'll do an update within the next couple of months and see how it goes from there. But, yeah, so there it is, guys. The Craftsman 10-inch bandsaw from Sears. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.